Some of the most reliable cars ever built are also some of the ugliest vehicles on the road, and that stigma is exactly why they are so cheap today. We are counting down 5 models that real owners have driven past 200,000 miles for almost nothing. From high-maintenance bargains to a factory-tested legend, each earned its spot. Starting at number 5, we have a car whose face divides every parking lot. In 5th place, the first-generation Nissan Juke stands out for its unmistakable frog-like face, a design choice that split opinions from the moment it arrived in 2011. The high-mounted headlights and bulbous curves earned it ridicule across car forums, and that stigma has hammered resale values. Today, a used Juke often sells for thousands less than its crossover rivals, despite being packed with features and a turbocharged option. But there is a catch. The Juke's reputation for mechanical toughness depends entirely on how it has been maintained, especially when it comes to the Xtronic CVT transmission. Nissan's own service bulletin, SB 2015-0043, spells it out. Change the CVT fluid every 30,000 miles, or risk a costly failure. Follow that rule, and the Juke's transmission can last 150,000 miles or more, with some owners pushing well past 200,000. Luis, a 2013 Juke owner, kept meticulous records. 3 fluid changes at 30,000, 60,000, and 90,000 miles, with dealer receipts to prove it. His odometer recently rolled past 202,000 miles, and the original transmission is still going strong. It is proof that with the right care, even a car mocked for its looks can quietly deliver years of reliable service. For buyers willing to check those service records, the Juke offers a dirt-cheap ticket to high-mileage motoring. Just do not skip the fluid changes. Number 4, the Chevrolet HHR wears its retro box wagon styling like a badge, and that is exactly what keeps its price so low. Designed by Brian Nesbitt as a nostalgic nod to 1940s delivery vans, the HHR's tall roofline, slab sides, and high beltline have drawn decades of ridicule from car enthusiasts and internet forums. The word ugly shows up in nearly half of online HHR discussions, and that constant styling stigma means you will often find these cars listed for hundreds, sometimes thousands, less than a comparable Chevrolet Cobalt. Underneath the sheet metal, the HHR is all business. Its 2.2-liter Ecotec engine and 5-speed transmission are identical to those in the Cobalt, right down to the alternator and thermostat housing. This platform sharing is not just trivia, it is the heart of the HHR's value. Parts are everywhere and repairs are simple. Need a new alternator? The same Cobalt part fits perfectly, with identical part numbers. Aftermarket, that swap costs as little as $45, compared to $85 for an HHR-specific listing. Even the power steering seal, a known weak spot with a 7% failure rate, is a cheap fix thanks to the shared parts bin. Real-world proof comes from Mike's 210,000-mile HHR, still on the road after a lifetime of Cobalt-sourced repairs. When his alternator failed, Mike grabbed a Cobalt unit from a local yard, saving $130 over the dealer quote. Receipts and odometer photos confirm the story. This is a car built to last, not to impress at the valet stand. With an IC car's reliability score of 8.4 out of 10 and a massive pool of over 1 million Cobalts and HHRs built, the odds of finding cheap, compatible parts are firmly on your side. For buyers hunting the lowest cost per mile, the HHR stands as a lesson in why looks can be deceiving and why platform commonality can mean years of worry-free, dirt-cheap driving. Number 3. The second-generation Nissan Altima shows its age in every angle, with a boxy silhouette, flat headlights, and the kind of plain sedan profile that vanished after the turn of the millennium. For many, the late 90s Altima is the definition of bland, and that stigma has kept resale prices stubbornly low. But beneath those dated lines lies a mechanical formula that is becoming rare in the modern era, analog simplicity. There is no drive-by wire throttle, no electronic stability control, and only a handful of basic sensors running the show. The KA Series 2.4-liter engine uses a single timing chain and a mechanical fuel pump, both praised for outlasting their counterparts in more complex newer models. The Altima's basic engine control unit manages fuel and spark, but leaves everything else to old-school hardware, a setup that means fewer failure points as the miles rack up. Aisha's 1999 Altima stands as living proof. She bought the car with 120,000 miles on the clock, kept up with oil changes, and drove it until an engine rebuild was needed at 180,000 miles. Today, the odometer reads 250,000 miles, with scanned receipts showing every major service along the way. Her story is not unique. Altima owner forums are filled with similar high-mileage tales, many reaching well past 200,000 miles with only routine maintenance. Parts are still easy to find thanks to shared chassis components with the Nissan Sentra B13, and an aftermarket timing belt kit runs $55. Buyers considering a second-generation Altima should check for regular timing belt replacements and expect city fuel economy around 24 miles per gallon, a bit thirstier than newer compacts. But for those who value reliability over flash, the Altima's analog roots are its greatest strength. In a world moving toward complex electronics, this sedan's bare-bones approach delivers the kind of longevity that fashion-forward cars cannot match. Number 2, the Pontiac Vibe never stood a chance in a beauty contest. Its plain wagon silhouette and nondescript front end landed it in the design penalty box from day one. When Pontiac folded in 2010, the Vibe's resale value dropped even further. Yet beneath that forgettable exterior lies one of the biggest bargains in used car history, a Toyota Matrix in disguise, built on the exact same assembly line with the same 1.8-liter engine, 5-speed transmission, and even matching part numbers for everything from alternators to suspension bushings. Classifieds are packed with Vibes in the $5,000 to $7,000 range, often thousands less than a comparable Matrix, despite both cars sharing a 700,000 unit production run and an identical mechanical footprint. J.D. Power's reliability score clocks in at 86 out of 100, and owner forums are filled with high-mileage examples that just keep going. Tom's 2008 Vibe is a case in point. He picked it up for $2,500, drove it to 221,000 miles, and kept every service invoice, from a full suspension refresh to routine coolant flushes. His digital receipts show not just the low cost of repairs, but the ease of sourcing parts thanks to the Toyota connection. The most common mechanical warning sign is a timing chain tensioner that starts to rattle on cold starts, a known issue in about 7% of Vibes and Matrixes from this era. Even then, the fix is straightforward. A new tensioner runs about $450 installed, and most owners report that's the only major repair before 200,000 miles. For anyone willing to look past the faded Pontiac badge and the wagon stigma, the Vibe offers the best of both worlds, rock-bottom pricing from the GM side and legendary reliability under the hood. It's the rare case where the market's bias against plain styling turns into a golden opportunity for buyers who care more about longevity than looks. And finally, in first place, the Toyota Echo stands as the ultimate proof that plain looks can hide world-class durability. The Echo's styling is as understated as it gets. A stubby upright sedan with awkward proportions, tiny wheels, and a dashboard that looks stripped to the basics. For years, critics and shoppers alike have dismissed it as forgettable, and that persistent image has hammered its resale value. According to IC Cars and Kelley Blue Book, a typical used Echo sells for just $1,500, while a similarly aged Corolla, often with the same engine, commands nearly $5,700. That is a price gap of more than $4,000, entirely driven by appearance and badge perception, not by what is under the hood. But the Echo's 1.5-liter 2NZFE engine is a marvel of reliability. Before launch, Toyota ran this powertrain for an astonishing 7 million kilometers on a test bench, 7 times the industry standard, without significant valve train wear. RepairPal rates the Eco's maintenance costs 7% lower than the subcompact average, and the most common repairs are simple: oil changes, brake pads, and occasional suspension bushings. Timing belts last well past 90,000 miles, and the core engine design is so robust that failures are rare, even at extreme mileages. Real-world evidence comes from owners like Sarah, who picked up her 2002 Echo for just $1,400 on Facebook Marketplace. Her car now shows 203,500 miles, with a scanned receipt for a timing belt change at 95,000 miles and a folder of oil change records stretching back 4 years. She has spent less than $800 on maintenance since purchase, covering only fluids, brakes, and a set of front struts. No major engine or transmission work required. The Eco's parts bin is another advantage. Many components, from thermostat housings to brake calipers, are shared directly with the Corolla, making replacements cheap and easy to source. For anyone willing to see past the Eco's bland exterior, the numbers tell the story. It offers the steepest depreciation curve of any car in this countdown, yet delivers the strongest engineering proof, backed by factory endurance tests and multiple owners with 200,000 miles who have spent less than the price of a single major repair on more fashionable rivals. When it comes to cheap, bulletproof motoring, the Eco's stigma is its greatest gift. In the end, the ugliest car in the parking lot might just be the one still running after all the trendier choices have long since given up. Across all 5 entries, one truth stands out. Real-world reliability often hides behind an awkward face. In a market obsessed with looks, true value lives where few are willing to look. Sometimes the ugliest car in the lot is the last one left running. Thanks for watching.